listen, she said, I'm John Van Driel. I'm VP of Programming. And on behalf of Moses Neimer, I'd like to welcome you here to the Zoomer Concert Hall, to the Zoomerplex. And the Zoomerplex is the home of, well, your community. This is your home for everyone who is 45 plus. And this home includes AM 740, as well as Classical 96.3 FM here in the GTA. Classical 103.1 FM east of the city in the Coburg, Port Hope area. And now north in Georgian Bay and in the Muskokas at 102.9 FM or 102.9 land. So we are slowly making our way across the province of Ontario. And of course you can hear us anywhere you are in the world at classicalfm.ca. Now it's also the community for CARP. CARP is the Organization of Advocacy, Benefits, and Community for those of you who are 45 plus, and I see a few of you who are, I suspect, are 45 plus. If you're not a CARP member, you can get more information at carp.ca. Also, it is the home of Vision TV, which is really television for grown-ups. And some fabulous programming on Vision TV that includes Downton Abbey, which they're featuring right now. And of course, everybody's at Twitter and excited about season 5 that's about to open. And we'll also be premiering a program titled Songs of Freedom that stars the great Canadian superstar soprano Misha Brugger-Gossman, and that airs on February 2nd. And you can get details on that at visiontv.ca, and that's all in celebration of Black History Month in February. As well, we are the home of the award-winning Zoomer magazine. Now, how many of you are subscribers to Zoomer magazine? So much potential for growth here. This is the latest issue. It's coming out on Monday. It has the cover picture and story about Kevin Costner, the Zoomer heartthrob of motion pictures, and still going on strong, an amazing career. But Zoomer magazine has things of interest to everyone. Personally, I really like the menus for food. I'm really into cooking now. It's my part of my New Year's resolution. So they have some great recipes in here as well. So you might want to check that out and get more information at zoomermag.com. The other thing, make sure your phone is off. I suspect, judging by the stocks for Apple, you all have one of these. Please make sure it's completely turned off, because it does have an effect on the electronics here, and it would be so embarrassing if it accidentally lit up and you have the old-fashioned ring, which is louder than anything on the planet. Right in that delicate moment during a duet of Mozart, that would be. And of course, all the cameras will focus in on you and embarrass you as well. The other part, you are very much a part of this program. We need to know your enthusiasm. So, on 3, I need to hear your applause. 1, 2, 3. It's not a golf game. Think of it this way. I know the Leafs have lost 7 in a row, but imagine if they won the Stanley Cup this year. How would you feel? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do it again. Now you can hoot and holler and whistle and all that kind of stuff, you know. It's more than just classical music. This is an event. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, baby. Elton John would be proud. Now you're in for a treat. RussellBraun is appearing has appeared for the first time here at Classical 96 quite a few years ago. It was one of the first concerts we ever did live, and was in 2007. It was a big event. We gave concerts every hour throughout the day. Well, since that time to now, we have done over 450 live concerts of classical music, pop music too as well, but mostly classical music, which is quite an achievement.
3.5 minutes?
Oh, yeah, okay. That means I got to get off the stage. So that's quite an achievement for any radio station in, well, not only in Canada, but I think in North America as well. Now, Russell returns with a fabulous young Canadian soprano Sasha Jihanian. They're both appearing in the COC production of Don Giovanni, which has had super reviews. So you're in for a treat, as I said. And now I'd like to introduce you to Daria, who's your floor director. Enjoy the concert.
3 minutes. 3 minutes to air. 3 minutes. I'm going to do this really, really quickly. My name is Daria. I'm your floor director today. In case of an emergency, there's 2 emergency exits. One is on the west side of the building, right there. Follow it straight out, please. The other one's on the east side of the building, right through the holding area, and please walk out in case of an emergency. Like John said, all cell phones turned off, please. And I need better enthusiasm. I need, when they walk in, when we introduce them, I need everybody on their feet, screaming, shouting like you've never screamed in your lives before. Cool. Okay, so we're live. How much time to air? How much time to air? 2 minutes to air, 2 minutes. Anybody have any questions? Are you guys excited? That wasn't very exciting. Okay, prove me wrong. You guys can do better. So prove me right. Once they come in, we're going crazy. Okay. You want me to talk in the microphone? I get so nervous talking in the microphone. It's so quiet. No, we already did that. We're just waiting for time to come. When do you want Kathleen to come? 90 seconds to air, 90 seconds. Stand by, Kathleen. Welcome. I'm Kathleen Kajioka, musician at large and host of the concert series. Now, you may not be aware of this, but this fair country of ours has a long history of producing some of the greatest singers around. Canada. We make hockey players, comedians, and opera singers. At any given time, there are several of our very own occupying the world stage. And today, we're going to hear from one such star, as well as from an emerging artist who you're going to hear is definitely one to watch. Now, RussellBraun, baritone, was born in a musical family, from a musical family. His parents were both opera singers. His father, the Canadian baritone Victor Braun. He grew up in Germany, then emigrated to Canada when he was in his teens and studied opera at the University of Toronto Opera School. He made his Metropolitan Opera debut in 1995, and the rest is history. Russell has occupied leading roles in every major opera company around the world, and including rocking the Canadian Opera Company in his incredible portrayal of Don Giovanni. Soprano and Montreal native Sasha Jihanian has been a member of the COC Ensemble Studio. She's a graduate and has quickly been gathering up prizes and accolades, including winning the coveted role of Zerlina in Don Giovanni. And you're going to hear she is phenomenal, definitely one who's going to be representing Canada on the opera world stage. Please welcome RussellBraun and Sasha Jihanian. So we're going to hear a combination of solos and duets from these two today. Russell, I believe you are starting. What are you going to sing for us?
I will be starting with Ford's monologue from the opera Falstaff. Ford has just found out that Falstaff has managed to secure a date with Ford's wife. After this, Sasha will sing O mio babino caro, and then we'll join together to sing the duet from Hamlet, from Thomas's opera Hamlet.
Ladies and gentlemen, RussellBraun.
Crescon sulla mia testa è un sogno. Mastro Ford, dormi, svegliati, su, ti desta, tua moglie sgarra e mette in malassetto l'oro tuo, la tua casa ed il tuo letto. Fissata, tramato l'inganno, sei gamato e truffato, e poi diranno che un marito geloso è un insensato. Già dietro a me nomi d'infame, cogno fischian passando, mormora lo scherno. Oh, matrimonio, inferno, donna, demonio, nella lor moglie abbian fede i babbei. Col mia bella mia birra un tedesco, tutto mio desco a un olandese l'urco. La mia bottiglia d'acqua vita un turco, non mia moglie a se stessa. O l'hai da sorte, quella brutta parola in cor mi torna, le corna, bue, capron, le fusa torte, ah, le corna, le corna. Ma non mi sfuggirai, no, sozzo, reo, dannato epicureo. Prima li accoppio e poi li colgo, li accoppio, li colgo, li accoppio, li colgo, li accoppio, li colgo, li colgo, li accoppio. Io scoppio. Vendicherò l'affronto, laudata sempre sia nel fondo del mio cor.
Lauretta's aria from Gianni Schicchi, the infamous O mio babbino caro, where Lauretta begs her father to give her his blessing to marry the man that she loves, and she says that she'd rather throw herself off a bridge than to not marry the man that she loves.
De la lumière, doute du soleil et du jour, doute des cieux et de la terre, mais ne doute jamais de mon amour. Ne doute jamais, jamais de mon
cet amour même ne pouvait vous retenir. Songeriez-vous à me fuir si vous m'aimiez autant que je vous aime?
Non, je ne te fuyais pas, je fuyais la constance humaine. Ton image calme et sereine dans ma solitude accompagnée mes pas, mais ta présence me console. Mes pleurs sont C'est assez d'une parole pour me retenir à tes pieds. Astre de la lumière, qui sur la traverse la joie, des cieux et de la terre, soyez témoins de son amour. Soyez témoins de son amour. Ophélie, chère Ophélie, à toi mon âme se confie. Pour toujours le destin nous lie. À toi mon âme, à toi ma vie. Doute de la lumière, doute du soleil et du jour, doute des cieux et de la terre, mais ne doute jamais de mon amour. Ne doute jamais, jamais de mon amour. Doute de la lumière, doute du soleil et du jour, doute des cieux et de la terre, mais ne doute jamais de mon amour. Non, jamais de mon amour. Non, jamais de
Absolutely phenomenal. 3 fantastic opera arias, starting with E Sogno Oralta from Verdi's Falstaff, followed by O mio Babbino Caro from Gianni Schicchi by Puccini, and just now an amazing love duet from the opera Hamlet by Ambroise Thomas called Doute de la Lumière. We are having the pleasure of having 2 fabulous singers with us, RussellBraun and Sasha Jahanian. We will chat more and hear more from them when we come back. With the audience, does anybody have any questions for Russell and or Sasha? Yes. We need a. Oh wait.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, where? Yes, Carolyn Mull is the fabulous accompanist today, which I was going to get to. Any questions? Anyone? Oh,
Hold on.
you gotta run a marathon.
I'd like to ask Sasha what her favorite duet is and why.
What is the one that we just did? I think it goes like that. As you're working on certain music, these pieces always have a special place in your heart when you're singing and working on them. And Russell suggested that we sing this duet today, and I didn't really know this duet, and I just learned it a few days ago. And I have to say, it's such a beautiful piece of music. I'm so thankful to Russell for introducing me to that.
I'm new to opera, so forgive me for this question. How is your command of a certain language when you're learning a song, like Italian or French?
Well, ideally, we're able to speak it, but that's a lot to ask because we sing in 6, 7, 8 different languages, including Orthodox Greek, Hebrew, Ukrainian, Russian, of course, all of which I don't speak, but I do speak German, French, English, of course, and some Italian. I don't know about you, Sasha.
I do speak Italian and French and English, I think. I speak Armenian as well because I'm of Armenian background.
I've sung in Armenian as well, yes.
Really? There are some beautiful Armenian songs, yeah. And I do speak some Spanish too, but I don't speak German, and I do need to know my translations really well, but I do hope to learn German one day, and maybe a couple of other languages too. It does help to speak it, but if we don't speak it, we at least have a really, really good idea of what we're saying word for word. It's very important.
We work with language coaches as well, and there's also the phonetic alphabet, which, of course, helps. Good question.
1 minute to air, 1 minute. I think we might have a question. We have one more quick question. Anybody else? Okay, think of more questions. We have another commercial break after. I do want to invite all of you that are here today. We are shooting a TV show called Divine Intervention right afterwards. So if anybody would like to stay, we encourage everybody to stay. It's a free show, and there'll be food right afterwards. So we'll chat in a little bit. 30 seconds to air, 30 seconds. Yeah, we're going to do the chat. 20 seconds to air, 20 seconds. Let's remember that big applause. And just a reminder for any of those that have taken photos, please turn off your cell phones. 7, 6, in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the concert series. We have two phenomenal singers with us, RussellBraun and Sasha Jahanian, who are both starring in the COC production of Don Giovanni on now. And we're going to have a little chat. Russell, you've come a long way from ushering at Roy Thompson Hall. And I understand your father, a singer, actually discouraged you from going into opera. Why was that?
Well, I think he didn't quite believe I had the cutthroat personality that he thought it takes to succeed in this competitive world. But I've always trusted more the music and been happy having the music lead me on the way and just making do with who I am.
Well, you've obviously had no trouble succeeding. I mean, you've sung everywhere, and you are very well known for being a person of great integrity and very kind, and not this kind of really tough, as you say, cutthroat quality. It's impressive that.
Well, if you involve yourself in studying the music and the characters at a really deep level, then you understand what the intentions are behind the best interpretation of a character, which is the composer's, and that's taken me where I am.
Well, Sasha, I'm wondering, because you've just come through the system, opera education system here in Canada, and as I was saying at the beginning, Canada has produced so many phenomenal singers. So having just freshly come through it, what would you say is it that we have in this country that is so successful in this field?
I think that Canadian artists have this incredible sensitivity and this craving to discover and to share our passion and our, sometimes our heritage. A lot of us Canadians are, multicultural, and I think that that's really, really a big asset. And just this openness that we have, I think, which is really wonderful.
Russell, would you add anything to that?
Well, I was going to elaborate on the ethnicity aspect of who we are as Canadians, because our culture is kept alive to such a great extent through music, and there are so many singers who come from these cultures that connect through the music, and that's, I think, a big reason why we have so many great singers. And the choirs, the tradition of singing in choirs, whether it's in a church or synagogue or a community choir or a children's choir, there are so many, and that keeps sort of picking children and turning them into musicians.
Now, something about opera that people may not take so much for, or might take kind of for granted actually, is the acting side, right? Because you have to have a great voice and, diction and all of that, but in the end, I think what really sells it is the acting. I don't know who to start with. Well, I'll start with you actually, Russell, because you're getting such acclaim for this portrayal of Don Giovanni and becoming kind of the opposite of who you are. Can you talk about the acting side of opera?
Well, the acting side is fed and led by your director, really. And if you, as a singer, trust your director, which at some point we all managed to do in this production, that is challenging, he or she just can elevate you as an artist to a place where you didn't know. And that's what happened in this case with Don Giovanni. I think for all of us, I think we've sort of reached new levels and opened doors in terms of communicating on stage.
And Sasha, for you, at the beginning of launching your career, what do you find the most daunting about entering the world of opera?
I think it's a really, really exciting career. I think that there's so many benefits to be reaped, and I think that as a young singer, I just can't wait to discover the world, to share my voice, to share my passion, and to discover all these roles that are waiting for me. I'm just so excited.
Any in particular that you are just hungering to sing?
Well, I have a few on my bucket list that I probably won't sing for many, many years to come. But one of my dream roles is Tatiana from Onegin, Tchaikovsky.
Okay. Well, we're going to hear more from the two of you now. What are we starting with next? Oh, it's Sasha. You have a song for us.
Yes, I do. The next song that we will be performing is Meine Lippen, sie küssen, so heißt, from Lehar's opera Giuditta. My lip was made to kiss.
Ich weiß es selber nicht, warum man gleich von Liebe spricht, wenn man in meine Nähe ist, in meine Augen schaut und meine Hände küsst. Ich weiß es selber nicht, warum man von dem Zauber spricht, dem keine widersteht, wenn mich sieht, wenn an mir vorübergeht. Doch wenn das rote Licht erglüht, zum Mitternacht gen Stund, und alle lauschen meinem Lied, dann wird mir klar, sie küssen so heiß. Meine Glieder sind schmiegsam und weiß. In den Sternen, da steht es geschrieben, du sollst küssen, du sollst lieben. Meine Füße, sie schweben dahin, meine Augen, sie locken und glühen. Und ich tanze wie im Rausch, den ich weiß. Meine Lippen, sie küssen so heiß. In meinen Adern drin, da rollt das Blut der Tänzerin, denn meine schöne Mutter war des Tanzes Königin im goldenen Alcazar. Sie war so wunderschön, ich hab sie oft im Traum gesehen. Schlug sie das Tambourin zu wildem Tanz, da sah man alle Augen glühen. Süßte mir aufs Neue wacht, ich hab das gleiche Los und tanz wie sie um Mitternacht und fühl das seiner bloß. Meine Lippen, sie küssen so heiß. Meine Glieder sind schmiegsam und weiß. In den Sternen, da steht es geschrieben, du sollst küssen, du sollst lieben. Ich tanze wie im Rausch, den ich weiß. Meine Lippen, sie küssen so heiß.
We have for you an English song by the composer Ivor Novello. The song is called We'll Gather Lilacs, and I think it speaks for itself.
Although you're far away, and life is sad and grey, I have have a dream, a scheme to try. I'm thinking, dear, of you and all I meant to do when we're together, you and I. We'll soon forget our care and pain and have such lovely things to share again. We'll gather lilacs in the spring again and walk together down an English lane until our hearts have learned to sing again. When you come home once more, and in the evening by the firelight's glow, you'll hold me close and never let me go. Your eyes will tell me all I want to know. When you come home once more. When you come home once more, and in the evening by the firelight's glow, you'll hold me close and never let me go. Your eyes will tell me all I want to know. When you come home once more.
We're going to do a quantum leap from Ivor Novello back to Mozart and sing the duet from the marriage of Figaro between the Count Almaviva and Susanna, with whom he is hoping to arrange a clandestine secret rendezvous.
Crudel, perché finora farmi languir così? Perché, crudel, farmi languir così?
Signor, la donna ognora tempo di dir di sì.
Dunque in giardin verrai,
Se piace a voi verrò,
e non mi mancherai.
non vi mancherò.
Verrai,
Sì.
non mancherai,
No.
non mancherai.
Non mancherò, no, non vi mancherò.
Mi sento da contento, pieno di gioia il cor.
Scusatemi,
sento da contento pieno di gioia il cor. Dunque in giardin verrai,
Se piace a voi verrò,
e non mi mancherai.
non vi mancherò.
Verrai,
Sì.
non mancherai.
No.
Dunque verrai. No.
Se piace a voi verrò.
Non mancherai.
No.
Dunque verrai.
Sì.
Non mancherai.
Sì.
Sì.
Non mi mancherò.
Mi sento dal contento,
Mi sento.
pieno di gioia il cor. Mi sento dal contento, pieno di gioia il cor. 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 Pieno di gioia il cor.
RussellBraun and Sasha Jahanian with music from Mozart's Marriage of Figaro. Before that, We'll Gather Lilacs, sung by RussellBraun, and Meine Lippen, sie küssen so heiß, sung by Sasha Jahanian. Fantastic. We have so much more to come, so do stay with us. For audience questions, who has one? Here, right here.
I'd like to ask you, Russell, why they don't play the Freischütz in Dichte und Baue. These operas are not being produced here in Canada.
No, I'm working very hard on that. I'm starting very young. I teach at the University of Toronto, and part of my passion there is to introduce the singers to other operas in German than Wagner and perhaps Strauss, because there are so many. And Der Freischütz is, of course, Der Schreiflitz. Oh, you tripped me up. I don't know that. Of course, there are so many operettas and operas that have gorgeous melodies in it, and trying to just feed it a little bit. Sorry, Sasha.
Anybody else have a question?
Opera today requires not just acting and singing, but an athleticism that's sometimes quite unbelievable. I think Don Giovanni's a perfect example of that in this current production. How on earth do you train to get it together so you can still sing in these unbelievably awkward positions, engaging muscles that some of us imagine having?
Well, they don't teach that in opera school. I'm not sure I have a very good answer, except to stay basically physically active. And with us as a family, the main thing is to play badminton and baseball and other things. I don't know. Sasha looks like she could run a marathon.
I don't know about a marathon, but I do enjoy running for 20 minutes, no more than that. I do try to stay active, actually. I run, I practice yoga regularly, I go to the gym, and I think that also, a healthy lifestyle, exercising, a healthy diet, and also a healthy vocal lifestyle is really, really important. And when you have a solid technique, which you work on your entire life, it really, really helps, and to always be very connected with your body and with your support. I think that when you can pretty much sing in any position. But it's difficult sometimes. You forget to stay connected because there's so many things we're trying to do at once, and we're trying to express. We're trying to be together with the orchestra and the conductor. We're trying to engage our colleagues on stage. So sometimes we can forget to be connected to our body. So that is the most important thing, I think. Whatever position you're singing in, whether you're standing or whether you're, doing cartwheels and gymnastics on stage.
We're always connected to the ground in one way or another, even if we're suspended.
90 seconds to air, 90 seconds. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, we've got time for one more question. We've got one right here.
When you are performing in different companies to different directors, orchestras, etc., do you find it difficult working with bringing the music the way you would like to sing it and the way somebody else wants to direct you to sing it? How does this impact you in different productions?
Sometimes that might present an issue, but most of the time it's just really an enrichment for you as a musician to work with this conductor and then this conductor and then this pianist and another pianist, and it just makes you grow and not eat the same menu all the time.
It's always a collaboration, whether it's with your colleagues on stage or with the director, with the conductor. It's always a collaboration, and that's so wonderful about this career, is that we're constantly being inspired and fed. Our souls are being fed, our minds are being fed. So it's really wonderful because you really can't do it alone. It takes two to tango, as they say, and that collaboration aspect of our work is really enriching.
I do have to interrupt. We're live in 10. Do you guys want to turn this way? And we're going to go straight into the interview. 4, 3.
Welcome back to the concert series. I'm Kathleen Kajioka, and I'm here with baritone RussellBraun and soprano Sasha Jahanian. Now, you're going to sing some Mozart for us, and I just want to talk a little bit about Mozart now, because as prolific as he was, writing in every genre imaginable, many would say, myself included, that the real essence or heart of him is in his operas. Russell, what would you say about what makes Mozart kind of the Shakespeare of operas?
I think Mozart had an incredible perception of humanity and of the capability to dig deep and have an insight into both men and women on stage. And he just wrote the most unbelievable music, especially for women. It's a mystery as well. There's that element that is just undefinable, where exactly Mozart took his inspiration from, and I'm fine with that as well.
Well, speaking of women, because you're singing Zerlina in Don Giovanni, so can you speak quickly to your relationship to that role, or how does that resonate with you? How does his music resonate with you?
I absolutely love Mozart, and I love singing Mozart. There's something so simple yet exciting and pure and exhilarating about his music. Zerlina is such an interesting character. She's normally she's the peasant girl, but who's quite clever, who almost gets tricked by Don Giovanni, but figures out that he's, not so good and she should stay away from him. In the production that we're doing, it's a little bit different. She actually kind of falls for him and, obsessively, wants for him. And she just has these two beautiful arias, Batti Batti and Vedrai Carino, which are just, incredible homages to love and to the feelings of any young person who's falling in love.
We're going to hear Vedrai Carino now, is that correct?
Exactly,
okay,
yes.
So live from the concert series, here's Sasha Jahanian with Vedrai Carino from Mozart's Don Giovanni.
Vedrai carino Sentilo battere, toccami qua, sentilo battere, sentilo battere. Toccami qua, sentilo battere, sentilo battere, sentilo battere, toccami qua, sentilo battere, toccami qua, toccami qua, toccami qua, toccami qua.
I would like to sing De Vieni alla Finestra, Don Giovanni's serenade, as it's called, in which he tries to seduce a woman who doesn't appear in the opera normally, who is the maid of Donna Elvira.
Te vieni alla finestra, o mio tesoro, te vieni a consolar il pianto mio. Se neghi a me di dar qualche ristoro davanti agli occhi tuoi, morir voglio. Tu c'hai la bocca dolce più che il miele, tu che il zucchero porti in mezzo al cuore. Non esser gioia mia come crudele, lasciati almen veder mio bel amore.
And now we will sing a seduction that actually happens on stage, which is the famous duet La ci darem la mano.
casinetto è mio, soli saremo, e la gioiello mio ci sposeremo. La ci darem la mano, la mi dirai di sì. Veri non è lontano, partiam ben mio da qui.
Vorrei e non vorrei, mi trema un poco il cor, felice versarei, ma può burlarmi ancor, può burlarmi ancor.
Vieni, mio bel diletto,
Mi fa pietà, masetto,
io cangerò tua sorte.
questo non son più forte, non son più forte, non son più forte.
Vieni, la ci darem la mano.
Vorrei e non vorrei,
La mi dirai di sì.
mi trema un poco il cor.
Partiam ben mio da qui.
Può burlarmi ancor.
Vieni, mio bel
Mi fa pietà, masetto,
io cangerò tua sorte.
non son più forte, non son più forte, non son più forte.
Andiam, andiam. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, a ristorarne pene, un innocente amor. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, a ristorarne pene, un innocente amor. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, andiam, le pene a ristorar d'un innocente amor.
I have shivers. 3 fantastic arias from Don Giovanni. Vedrai carino, De vieni alla finestra, and finally, finalmente, la ci darem la mano. So fantastic to have these phenomenal vocalists with us, and a great picture of the legacy of Canadian singing. Veteran baritone RussellBraun and emerging soprano Sasha Jehanian. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, your indispensable accompanist Carolyn Mull at the piano. You can see these two in action at the Four Seasons Centre at the COC production of Don Giovanni On Now. You can find out more at coc.ca, and you can watch this concert on our website. Visit classicalfm.ca. Thank you so much for joining us for this performance at the concert series. I'm Kathleen Kajioka. See you next time.
stay for our next show. It's with Rabbi Shmuley. Who's going to stay? Right here. Oh, it looks like we have Rabbi Shmuley in the house.
If you don't stay, you're all going to hell. Is it worth it? I think not.
All right.
Hi, it's a beautiful place you have. I could have done better, but I don't want to be one of those pushy Americans. I left it good to sing. Very beautiful, very, very nice to meet you.
Okay, so one last time. Do we want to hear two more songs? Okay, stand by.
This song is by Schubert, and it's called Der Musensohn, the son of muses. And in Lieder, you get to impersonate not people sometimes, but ideas and abstract experiences. And in this case, I'm spring, and I'm singing about the exciting elements of spring. And when finally, after being exhausted from being spring, I can rest at the bosom of my muse again.
Ready? I'm going to count down in 5. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Durch Feld und Wald zu schweifen, mein Liedchen wegzupfeifen, so geht's von Ort zu Ort, so geht's von Ort zu Ort. Und nach dem Takte reget und nach dem Maß beweget sich alles an mir fort. Und nach dem Maß beweget sich alles an mir fort. Ich kann sie kaum erwarten, die erste Blume im Garten, die erste Blüte am Baum. Sie grüßen meine Lieder und kommt der Winter wieder, sing ich noch jenen Traum, sing ich noch jenen Traum. Ich sing ihn in der Weite, auf heißes Länge und Breite, da blüht der Winter schön, da blüht der Winter schön. Auch diese Freude flindet und neue Freude findet sich auf bebauten Höhen, und neue Freude findet sich auf bebauten Höhen. Denn wie ich bei der Linde das junge Völkchen finde, sogleich erreg ich sie. Der stumpfe Bursche bläht sich, das steife Mädchen dreht sich nach meiner Melodie, nach meiner Melodie. Ihr gebt den Sohlen Flügel und treibt durch Feld und Hügel den Liebling weit von Haus, den Liebling weit von Haus. Wann ruh ich ihr am Busen, wann ruh ich ihr am Busen auch endlich wieder aus? Wann ruh ich ihr am Busen auch endlich wieder aus?
Should we do the last one as well?
Okay, stand by in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Das Meer mit schwärzlichem Gewande, der Seele, die nach jenen Höhen verlangt, vor ihrem Flug durch Nacht und Grausen bang. singest du, o lieblichster der Sterne, dein sanftes Licht entsendest du der Ferne, die nächt'ge Dämmrung teilt dein lieber Strahl und freundlich zeigst du den Weg aus dem Tal. O du, mein holder Abendstern, wohl grüßt ich immer dich so gern. Vom Herzen, das sie nie verriet, grüße sie, wenn sie vorbei dir zieht. Wenn sie entschwebt dem Tal der Schmerzen, ein seliger Engel dort zu werden, wenn sie entflieht dem Tal der Erden, ein seliger Engel dort zu
Rabbi Shuli. Our show is about, well, we'll have him come out and say a couple words. I just want to kind of brief you guys on what our show is about. It's a family and relationship show, so Rabbi Shmuley is a family and relationship expert. So we've got 4 different couples that are going to come and have a one-on-one interview or 2-on-1 interview with him, and they've already expressed their problems, and he's going to solve all of their issues. So, for any of you that do stay,